I am from Myanmar City, Rakhine State, City Township, Rakhine State, Myanmar. I'm also an IDP before I'm a survivor of Cyclone Mocha. Before the cyclone, governments, local government and local NGO informed the residents that there will be severe cyclones within May 14 or 15, and you all have to move to safer places from your houses, where the places where which is far away from river or from oceans, so that you can protect yourself from flood. You have to do something in preparation for the cyclonic storms called Mocha. Like you have to collect food for 3 days in advance, because you won't be able to get food. Will be no food will be no available in the market. You have to prepare for medical medicines. You have to collect water for 3 days in preparation. But the local NGO and government have already informed us like this. But very few people pay heed to them. Very few people, I mean, because every time government, either government or NGO inform us, nothing happened as they said. But this times, the same thing happened as they escalate, as they inform us, as they warn us. So meteorologists claim that a storm, a wind, would blow at the speed of 140 miles or 150 miles above per hour. And directly, the same thing happened as they said. It is unfortunately we didn't pay attention to what they said and do something in advance. Did something. It's a kind of our fault. We can't put a blame on government or meteorologists or scientists. We can't blame to them because they have already informed us. But people would say, I believe in God. God is in control of everything. Nothing will gonna happen. But God give us the brain. God give us the knowledge to know what will happen. So we have to focus on what has been told to us by by those who have knowledge. We just didn't pay attention to them. We just put our trust in God. After the cyclone, what happened is that many people were in need of medical treatment, right? But in our area, many people didn't receive immediate medical treatment because there are no doctors. But there are some local medical shops. And even though there are some medical local shops, many people could not afford the cost of medical medicine because the prices are too high. It's not as usual, but because of the storm, business people are taking advantage of this cyclonic storm by skyrocketing the price of things, not only medicine, everything. It's a kind of a weakness of people. So there are some regions which is upper region. The lower region has been flooded, and so upper region has not been flooded. Or also some of the region which is very far from ocean or river have not been flooded. And the place where I live, there has been flooded. And I have to move to other places in order to save my life from flood. Also, many people whose house has been destroyed by wind or flood had to go to other people's house or other places to inhabit. I heard from a doctor who came from Yangon to help people there. He's claimed that at a houses which can support only one family to live, had to support at least 4 families. So we experienced such difficult situation, and also many people said that this kind of cyclone storm they have never experienced this in their life. Even old age people, I've asked already some of the old age people. They said in our entire life we have never ever faced this kind of cyclone storm, and this kind of cyclone storm in our life. Not any storm has ever destructed us the way this storm has. I made myself familiar with them before the cyclone, so that to make myself aware of the cyclone, and so that I can take preparation to save my life, to protect my life. That's why I've already informed my family to collect some food, to collect water, to collect medicine in advance for at least 3 days. And I just I've already told my family to leave my houses because my house is located in a lower region, and my house is also my house is very close to river and ocean. That is why I told my friend to move to another places, but they didn't pay attention to my words. As a result, we have to several uh, calamities. Like we have to move to another place from my houses during the cyclone when the flood water was coming from the ocean nearby from the mission from the river close to my houses. I have to leave my houses and go to another places. When we are leaving our houses to another places, we did not think we will be alive right now because the flood water is coming and so rigorously. And I think we would be sink in the water, the flood water. By the time we're leaving our houses, by the time we are leaving outside, the flood water has already reached up to our forehead, right? So we did not imagine we will be alive. So it is a consequence that happened to my family because they didn't pay attention to my words. They think such terrible thing would never happen to us. We will be safe, and because this kind of storm never happened to our life. That is why they believe nothing would gonna happen. The roof of every house has been destroyed by wind. The roof is especially made of zinc plate, and all of the zinc plate has been blown by the wind. The wind was so strong. The cyclone Mocha started at around 10 p.m., but it became very strong at around 11 a.m. Myanmar time, and then it continued to blow. It continued to blow at around 4 p.m. After the cyclone, and some of the people who leave their houses for another houses in order to save their life, get back got back to their home. They want to make sure if their house is in good condition or in bad condition. But many people found that something terrible happened when they just find out their houses and their materials and their possession, everything has been destroyed. So they had nothing to do with their houses. They just left it as they just moved to another houses and they stay there. For example, as for me, just because my house has been destroyed by a storm and has been flooded, I have to go to another places and stay there. And those people help me to stay in their houses for a night. They serve us dinner, and most of the people do like that. Most of the people who lost their home, who lost their houses in the storm, and were allowed by people who have houses who help them. Nobody has provided us shelter yet. As for me, I stayed at another people's house for one night, and then we came back in the morning to our houses, and then we repair what has been broken, and then we repair what has been broken, and then we just continue. We just, as usual, we stayed at our houses. The most shocking thing for us is we did not think what will we do after the cyclone die down. We just think, how can we survive in this terrible situation? Finally, by God's grace, we survived. But we did not receiving any help from any government or from any NGO.
We invite eyewitnesses of climate disasters, as well as anyone who has specific knowledge of such events, to be interviewed. Please contact us, share your story. For the whole world to know the truth, participation of every person is important.